How to separate, a manual for the provinces. The issue of separation perennially arises in Canada, mostly in Alberta and the prairie provinces, but the subject does come up fairly frequently in Quebec, though this may be more of a method for gaining greater concessions from the rest of the country. The issue is not unheard of in the Atlantic provinces either. It's not that separation is expected to divide the provinces spatially from the rest of the country. It's more of a reorganizing the framework of confederation or regaining a new political balance of power. So separation should be seen more as a way to get us back to zero, to reset the framework of confederation, more than building insular walls completely around the different jurisdictions. Pretty much something to plan for and agitate for more than actually to plan on. But what we want to do here is to rethink the whole idea of separation and to put it on a basis that is doable. The process that's been envisioned and planned for is a political process, and this political process is the one that is fraught with difficulty. The political separation becomes somewhat moot and perhaps even problematical, because Quebec, for example, if it's separated, it would have no language protections. It would have no guarantee of trade. The equalization payments wouldn't happen. So the preferred model of separation, we believe, is an economic one, where what we do is divide from an economic position. We strengthen and empower the local economy, and the politics follows behind. It's the secondary or the derived result more than the spearhead of the change. So the avant-garde of the separatist movement is really a small economic unit, what we call an exchange, and this can be as little as 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people, up to 15 or 20. We don't want to make the group too big because it becomes unwieldy and there's too much time spent in discussion and debate, so it has to be a manageable group. So this group should also be specialized in some way. It should be organized around an economic factor. So it's not like a political where you can have all kind of disparate individuals with little in common except for the one objective of separation. The exchange has to be economically specialized, so it could be a group of plumbers, could be a group of quilters, could be a group of woodworkers, or any economic trade or profession, uh, the members don't have to be actually involved in that profession so long as the exchange is focused in some way in an economic sense. To make this a feasible and a workable entity, the exchange is an economic entity with a set of accounts. So it's capitalized by donations of goods and services and money. And if we was, for example, setting up a plumbing exchange and the members were plumbers, these plumbers would donate their plumbing equipment and tools to the exchange in exchange for preferred shares in the exchange. Preferred shares are or represent equity in the exchange. So as the assets of the exchange increase, the equity increases and is issued as preferred shares to the donors, the people who invest in the exchange. Now this may appear to be a rather odd way of separating, but what we're doing is working out a way to separate economically from an economic foundation rather than a political, and with the assumption that the political can be easily achieved after the economic separation has been acquired. The members of the exchange use the exchange as a kind of a holding company. It assigns work to the members, and the members work and get paid through the exchange according to a set rate established by the members. The payments made for the work are paid to the exchange, and the exchange pays the worker, the employer, who's also a member. So the exchange takes basically the form of a worker-owned cooperative. As more people are added and the exchange grows, it divides into daughter cells. These cells each specialize to some extent, say commercial and residential plumbing, or it could be a completely different kind of exchange. Other exchanges can also be established. And as the complexity of the economy increases, the exchange members use the credits or the preferred shares they are issued to buy goods and services from each other. And eventually this proceeds to the level where the exchanges can organize and coordinate their efforts, their buying power, if you like, to purchase infrastructural projects. For example, the exchanges within a political jurisdiction, say a town, could pay the construction sector to build a road or a housing development. It's just a matter of transferring credits from the exchanges of a jurisdiction to the construction sector exchange. And in that way the houses can be built, or a road can be built, or police can be paid, and so on. Public goods can be provided through the exchange model once a reasonable size has been achieved. The point, of course, that we're getting to here is that once the entire province has become an exchange and all the commercial elements of the province become exchanges and exchange sectors, because each group of exchanges become a sector. You'd have the like the construction sector and the service sector and the transportation sector and so on. educational sector, and these sectors are the agglutination of the exchanges within that um, body, that kind of employment. So the at some point, all of the economy of the province will be in the exchange model, and then it's just a matter of the exchanges deciding to separate. But the facility for doing this is there within the form of the exchange. And while this has been a fairly brief overview, um, hopefully it will give you the idea of how this would work and encourage you to look a little bit further at the exchange model and how it would work in a separatist context. And we hope you'll take a look at our website where there's more information on this. And if you feel this is something you're interested in, please feel free to contact us. Thanks for watching.